Hi, and welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to share with you this fun little card using the Hey Chuck stamp set. You can find these products in my online store. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how to get started. I'm going to start with my image here. I'm going to ink him up with the memento and stamp him right here in the center of my basic white. The next thing I'm going to do is stamp my sentiment. So I'm going to bring that in and I'm going to stamp that right to the top left of where he's standing. There we go. I should be able to cut that out with my layering circle die. So let's get coloring. For this chicken, I'm going to start with his mouth. I'm going to do my light pumpkin pie. And of course we have our color lifter, so if you need to, you can push color back into the area if you go out of the lines. But because I'm doing his beak and his feet, I don't need to worry about that with the darker shade. Next, I'm going to bring in the wild wheat, and I am going to do the dark first. So I'm simply going to add some shading around his body and the legs. Once I have that done, I can take my light and finish coloring him. And I'll do his eyelid, and then I'll move on to the Moody Mauve, and I'm going to color his tail feathers with the Moody Mauve. Once again, I'm going to start with the dark and work to the light. And last but not least, I'm going to take the copper clay and do his wattle and his tongue. There we go. I've got my image finished and I'm ready to die cut. Okay, I've got my chicken cut out with my sentiment with the largest stylish shapes circle, and I am going to start building my card front. I'm going to adhere my Moody Mauve designer series paper to the bottom of my basic white panel. I just think this looks like chicken scratching is fantastic with this stamp set. And of course, this pattern is in all 6 of our color family stacks, so you can choose your favorite. Next, I'm going to take the designer series paper strip here and layer it on top. And so I don't have to measure, I'm going to add just a little bit of adhesive onto the right, and then I'm going to run it down short of the right side, but that adhesive on the panel will catch it for me. So there we go. I can, let's see, use my little hash marks to determine where I can line it up, or you can use your grid paper. I'm going to trim off this excess, and this is a great way to line up your designer series paper with your cardstock panel and make it look so clean. There we go. I've got that finished and I'm ready to add it to my card front. So I'm going to fold on my score line and burnish, and then adhere this panel that's already been layered. Now I'm adding my adhesive a little farther out because when I lay it down, that adhesive will kind of smush out closer to the exterior of the cardstock. I've got that finished. I'm going to bring in my chicken, add him with dimensionals right in the center here. There we go. I've got him on there. And next I'm going to bring in my 2023 In Color dots. These add just a little bit of shimmer and shine to your project. And I'm going to take my wild wheat and I'm going to, let's see, pop one right down here in the center. And then I'm going to add 2 more on either side. Let's see, I think I want the small ones. 1 and 2, and of course, these little hash marks make it real easy to line up. And then I think I'm going to take a couple of my Moody Mauve and pop them up here on the outside of my circle. So I'm going to simply take 2 more like so, adding a little bit of interest up in that corner too. So there you go, a quick and colorful card using the Hey Chuck stamp set and our new 2023 In Colors. And of course, if you'd like any of these products, feel free to stop by my online store. You can get there from my blog, Stamp with Jini. Thanks for joining me.